boxes, passing out water bottles or giving first aid. We've all watched the humanitarian aid response to a disaster, usually from the other side of a screen. To help, we might donate money or pray, helping from the comfort of our own homes.
Это решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
But when Russia invaded Ukraine, Stephen Barnes decided he needed to do more.
The initial idea was to take the truck to Ukraine with a load of stuff that was donated, drop it off and come back. And then the story gathered momentum, and before we knew it, we had lots of people wanting to join in.
What started out as Stephen and his horse truck quickly grew. Soon, more than 2,000 members of the equestrian community got involved. They filled horse boxes with clothing, medical supplies and food. 8 full trucks then travelled to refugee centres on the Poland-Ukraine border. There the team helped women and children who had escaped the war. After getting back to the UK, the team raised funds for a second trip, and I joined them. Came on this trip last time, so what got you involved in the first place?
I saw what was going on and felt like, for whatever reason, wanted to do more. And I didn't know what I could do. And then I saw 1 or 2 people were taking aid out, and I offered my services because I've got a lorry driving licence. It was easy to say, I can do that.
Like Ben, Nikolai joined the team wanting to play his part. Originally from Ukraine, many of his friends and family are still there, still suffering.
Not sleeping for a few days. They slept in the trenches. Some of them is captured, some of them is losing their parts of their bodies. I know one man who is lost his hand and a leg. Some of them was died. That's so sad. Feel guilty to the dead lads who is fighting in with the Russians at the moment. Wanna coming back to help them, but with other things, I never been in the army and I have military experience. And all my family in UK, we just bought a house. I just have a newborn son. That since stopped me.
And once there, the men realised the impact even a small gesture could have.
It was the little things that actually struck home. The box of toys to give the kids when they come in and they're sorting out the paperwork. Somebody with a rabbit on a lead. I've now realised that everybody doing a little thing, whatever they can do, does help.
Alongside those who volunteer their help, there are well over 200,000 people employed globally as humanitarian aid workers. But jobs in this sector are usually low pay and high risk. So what drives people to help?
As humans, we are pack animals, so if we look at our species as a whole, the more that we can look at helping other people, the more that we would thrive as a species. We see something within ourselves in those people that are suffering. We're potentially more likely to want to help those people because we see our own suffering within them.
For Stephen, seeing this suffering up close has only strengthened his want to keep helping.
You see a room full of 1,500 ladies and children who've left their partners and their husbands and all behind, and everything they own, everything they know is gone. And they are sat on camp beds in a stripped down raw form with nowhere to turn. You can't help but be affected by that, and it does leave you emotional and it stays with you.
And for some, help comes in the form of bubbles, a teddy and some laughter.